Hello, how are you? Welcome again to my YouTube channel, The Kenyan Translator here. And on this channel, I bring you stuff on translation, culture, travel, and generally language matters. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share the video. And today, I want to talk about 2 steps in translation or 2 steps in translating. There are 2 steps that take place before a translator can draft anything. So these are the steps we want us to look at, and then we will also look at one example of how we can use those steps. So the first step in translation is discover the meaning. Discover the meaning. So language uses words. Words have meaning. How do we determine the meaning of a word, the meaning of a clause, the meaning of a sentence? A translator needs to sit down and excavate or do some exegesis, dig out the meaning of those phrases and words. But how can he do that? He needs some research. He needs some tools. You need to have a dictionary there. You need to do some research online or everywhere to determine what does this word or phrase or sentence really mean. So the first step again is discover the meaning. Discover the meaning. Now, the second step or stage is re-express the meaning into the receptor language or the language that is receiving translation. So first step, discover the meaning, and then re-express the same meaning into the receptor language. So here you find several things take place when that happens. The form will change. In other words, you will not use the same grammatical structure of the source language and transport the same into the receptor language. You will have to use the form of the receptor language. Now, I'm going to repeat again. I'm going to say those 2 steps again. First, discover the meaning. 2, re-express the meaning. Okay. We are going to look at one example here. There is this English word, which is bag, B-A-G. Now, if you come across that word in a sentence, it will be very difficult to know what it really means in Kiswahili, for instance, or other African languages. Now, if I'm at the shopping mall and the cashier or the teller or the person serving me says, do you want a bag? Do you want a bag? Now, that will translate differently in Swahili, and we'll come to that shortly. And when I meet a farmer, and the farmer tells me, I harvested 10 bags of rice or maize. I harvested 10 bags of maize this year. Again, that will be translated differently, because then the meaning is different. And then again, if I am traveling, let's say I'm going to the United States of America, or I'm flying out of Kenya, then I say, oh, I got all my bags ready. I've packed all my stuff. All my bags are ready for travel. Again, that will be translated differently. Will be translated differently. And you find the word in English is just one, bag, B-A-G. Now, let's look at several ways of translating that same word into Kiswahili. Now, if I'm traveling and I say, I've got all my bags ready, I've packed all my stuff in my bag, then that could mean several things can be translated in several ways. One, that travel bag we use, we can call it sanduku, like that is huge, you call it sanduku. Or if you use something else with a handle you carry and it's made of leather or something, then it becomes mkoba. But then if I'm at the shopping mall and then I buy some chocolate and the waiter says, do you need a bag? Then that bag in that context simply means mfuko. Then now, I'm in the village, I'm talking to farmers here, and they tell me, oh, I harvested 10 bags of maize. Again, that will be translated differently. That will be magunia kumi, magunia. You use the word gunia. And I cannot say nilivuna mikoba kumi ya mahindi, au nilivuna mifuko kumi ya mahindi. I will say nilivuna magunia kumi. So the same word, bag in English, can be translated as sanduku, mfuko, mkoba, gunia. You see? Now what is the role of the translator in this case then? The role is study the meaning. And meanings are in context. You see, where does the word appear? In which context? As I said, if I'm in the shopping mall, then that will be mfuko. But if I'm traveling, that will be mkoba or sanduku. And if I'm in the farms, that can translate into gunia. Also, bag will be mkoba. So the translator has to discover the meaning and then re-express that same meaning into the receptor language. Now, I want you to comment. Just tell me, how would you translate bag in your language? In Kikuyu, in Kamba, in Luya, in Teso, in Somali language, in Kinyarwanda, Kirundi, Amharic. How would you translate bag in all these different contexts that I've given you? So I go back to the beginning. 2 steps in translation. Discover the meaning. Re-express the meaning. Do research. Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be bringing you more content on translation, language matters, culture, travel, and more.